Hey kids, it's Ashton, and this week we are talking about, I'm going to try not to move because the lag on this is horrible. I guess our decision to transition and how we came to it. Mine was a very, very, very long process. I'd say it took me about 2 years to actually make the decision to start tea and transition. I started off watching YouTube videos. I actually knew a couple of people who had transitioned post me knowing them. So then that just got me interested. I started watching videos on YouTube and did so for quite a long time, almost as an obsession, to the point of obsession. There was a lot of what ifs for me. I think part of it being just because I think about things a lot. So I thought about the social aspect and just what gender means, and there was just a lot to it for me, not just, this is my body and this is what I want to do with it. Also, a big thing to me was I had spent so much of my life being viewed as a masculine woman and being in the LGBT community. I was afraid to lose that part of me because that was a big part of me, that community. So after a couple years, I had started obsessing about it to the point that it was depressing me because I couldn't figure out if it was what was right for me. I knew that I wanted top surgery, just because I really hated having boobs, but I wasn't sure about the testosterone portion. So then I decided to go to a therapist, hoping that I guess she would have the magical answer, and ultimately from that I found out that she doesn't, and neither do I. And when it came down to it, I had to think about what I was happiest with, as far as what would make me the most comfortable in my own skin and things like that. So that's when I just decided I was going to try it. And yes, the changes are for the most part not reversible, but if a month in I didn't like the way it made me feel or what was happening, it would still be early enough that I could stop. But once I started hormones, it was this calm came over me. Before testosterone, I was highly emotional, and it really leveled me out, and I liked the way it felt. And then as the changes have come, I like what I see, and I like when I look in the mirror, and I like myself in pictures, and then I still I'm sitting in a mirror now. It's weird. Sometimes it's wow, that's me. But anyway, so yeah, that was pretty much my journey. Because I feel so much of there's people who, for me it was different, because there's a lot of people who are I'm a boy, I've always felt like a boy, and it wasn't that black and white for me. I felt and still very much feel in the middle, but that's also because I spent so much of my life being socially raised as female. I spent 32 years of my life being treated and raised as female, so it's really hard to just let go of those things, at least for me. So yeah, this really isn't in any order, but it's just me babbling. I guess the thing that I would say in this video that's most important is just know that it's okay to not be sure, or for it not to be like a black and white issue for you. I think for me, that's what was the hardest, was figuring out that this could be a possibility of what would make me happy, because I didn't relate to so many people that I was seeing online who were like, no, I'm a guy. I've always been a guy. I feel like a guy. And I didn't feel that way, but I didn't feel like a girl either. So I think that's why I obsessed over it for so long, is because I couldn't see anybody else like me out there. So just know that there is, if you're watching this. So anyway, hope that helps somebody. Have a good week.